coming to you from Tokyo. We are here for the week. We're in town because the Betty Boop Broadway show is opening here in Japan, and my husband was very involved in the New York show. So we got in very late last night. We were so plain zombie that I could not, there was no way I was going to film last night. The hotel has unfortunately already been covered in our crap, so I'm not going to do like a little room tour for you, but I'm loving this little vanity. And today we are heading out to meet his cousin who lives just outside of Tokyo, I think like 45 minutes or so by train. They're having a Japanese barbecue with their whole family here. So I'm very excited, but I cannot wait to explore Tokyo. I think we're gonna do the zoo and we're gonna see Team Lab, I think it's called, which is like an immersive art museum. And we've got a whole list of other things that we want to see while we're here. So I thought I would bring my vlog camera, of course, and show you guys what we get up to.
Okay, so we're gonna do that. Okay. So you see this?
Yes.
All right. You see a marble in there, right?
I do, yeah.
All right. You're gonna do this. You'll take this off like that, and now push down. Writing systems in Japanese. You got hiragana, katakana, and kanji. As we were just saying, the thing is that, so ebina you see here is that it's each kanji can have two different sounds and two different readings based on the specific rules in the context. I can't think of a ready example off my head, but it's something you consider for when you're looking at kanji.
So what's the difference between the ones that go side to side and the ones that go up and down?
There is no difference. It's just that you're going to read it from left to right, and then top to bottom when it's based on the direction.
So we had a very fun time with my husband's cousin and his wife's family at that little barbecue get-together. Now we are in the Nekomaguro area. We just took the train here. We're getting used to the train system. It's not super easy to figure out, not knowing Japanese, but we're doing it. And now we're just on our way to the Starbucks Reserve Roastery that they have here, because as a former barista, obviously, have to make the pilgrimage. So as an FYI, if you come during a busy time, they send you around the corner and you have to get a QR code, wait list to get into the reserve. I don't think there's a cost associated with it, but it says we have 65 people in front of us. So we'll see how long this takes. Coconut mango something? You're right, there are chunks of mango in it, but it's good. I like it. Oh, that looks so good. We've come to Hikari Hall because my husband wanted to scope out where the theater is for Betty Boop opening here in Tokyo, and we had to come to the 11th floor of a building, but I think we found it. It's called the Theater Orb. On our second full day in Japan, and we come outside, and in our little newspaper holder they brought us the Japanese New York Times. We had a very fun night last night, getting the ramen and then going and doing some shopping, crossing the Shibuya pedestrian crosswalk as you saw. And today is going to be very fun also because we have a couple things on the agenda. We have the Skytree. Have I passed? Oh, I passed the elevators. We have the Skytree observation tower that we're going to, and then we're also going to what's called Team Lab. It's an art installation, and it's, I don't know, Team Lab Borderless, I think it's called. I will link everything down below, but I'm very excited. It's going to be a fun day. And I have on my new Pokémon shirt. Uniqlo has a special edition for like the 30th anniversary of Pokémon. Our hotel has a really nice Japanese garden right out front, and then they also have a rose garden up a couple of floors. So that doesn't open for another 10 minutes, so we thought we would come check out the Japanese garden. How old did you say koi fish could live up to?
Oldest one on record, I believe, was 236 years.
200. Over 200 years. That's wild. We've come to the Buddhist temple, and this is absolutely packed. They've got the gate, and then the temple is further back, so we're going to try to work our way through. Cute with this little, I don't know, peanut guy. We're coming up on the temple now, and my husband looked it up and said it was completed in the year 645 AD, so very, very old. And this is possibly one of the most crowded places I think we've ever been. Everybody wants to see it. We watched The Reluctant Traveler with Gene Levy, and he came to this, you get fortunes, and then depending on what fortune you pull, you tie them on these, supposedly your fortune comes true, I don't know. Well, the Tokyo Skytree was not as close to the temple as we thought it was, but we made it. We're still in the Skytree Tower. The whole thing is like a mall once you go back to the 5th floor and below. But I think we would both agree that the Skytree is a lot of hype. It's just a lot of waiting in lines and like waiting to go up the elevator. Hurry up and wait. A lot of waiting in lines to go up the elevator. And then you have to wait to go down the elevator. So it's, I guess I'm glad that we did it, but I wish it wouldn't have taken so long. Just an FYI if you're thinking of coming to the Skytree. But we are now hoping to find in this Skytree shopping mall there is a Pokémon center, and I may be in my 30s, but I mean, you can still get behind the Pokemon thing.
On the Sky Tower.
Oh
on the
my
Sky
god,
Tree.
it's so cute! Is it actually?
Cute? Yeah, it actually. It's seaweed.
Oh my god. Plush wall. I'm so happy right now. It is quite a bit later, and we just had a bit of a rest at the hotel because I think walking around this morning to the temple and then to the Sky Tree, and then we were going to go do something else, and we realized we had the date wrong, or I had the date wrong. We were exhausted, so we just chilled out at the hotel for a little bit, and now we're going to somewhere that we found on Instagram, and it is called Menchirashi Udon, and apparently they're known for a carbonara-like udon that they invented, so just got changed into a little bit dressier type of attire just in case we decide to go out for a drink after. We've just arrived to Menchirashi, and there were plenty of reservations online, but this line is crazy. Well, despite the hour-long wait to get in, I think we would both agree that Menchirashi was pretty good. Pretty good. I'm not going to say fantastic.
It wasn't worth waiting in line an hour for.
It wasn't worth waiting
By
in
any
an hour
stretch of
for.
the imagination.
But we had those 3 dishes. He had the udon carbonara, and then we had a couple. One was like an egg and fish cake, and one was a chicken, like a cold udon dish.
The fact that all 3
And the
dishes,
total was?
$16.
$16
Yeah, it was
USD
worth,
for all of that.
It's worth your money, but it's not worth your time.
There you go. Good morning. Today is Tuesday here in Japan, and we are just setting off on a nice long walk from our hotel to the Meiji Shrine, and it is a Shinto shrine kind of in the Shibuya area where they honor Emperor Meiji. So we're gonna go check that out. I'm going to the zoo later because my husband is here on business, so he has meetings he has to go to later in the day. That's when I will head to the zoo. But we're just walking past. What I just showed you was the Akasaka temple or palace. So many beautiful landmarks and temples and shrines and all sorts of things here in Tokyo. So fair word of warning, it is very hilly in certain parts of the city, so you get your workout walking around. But there's all these vending machines, and one of our friends had told us about this before we came. But they're everywhere. They're in the most random places. I don't know who stocks them, but just drink vending machines everywhere, all over the city. They look like this. And you can get anything from Monster to tea to soda. I just find this very entertaining because in the United States, vending machines are like in hospitals, in business lobbies. They're not just randomly outside on the street. See? There's another one. This whole forest apparently was built in 1920 as a way to honor the Emperor Meiji and his empress, who both passed away a few years before that. But it's trees from all over Japan, so there's like 100,000 or so donated from different parts of Japan. And at this point, over 100 years later, supposedly it's all self-sufficient. But it's neat. They gave us these little pamphlets at the beginning of this path, and it talks about the Shinto not really being a religion, but more of an idea, and all the kami and divinity And it's just so beautiful in here. Yesterday at the other temple, we missed the fortune. We drop a 100 yen coin and shake it for your fortune. And I was a little disappointed, and we were thinking about going back. But we have coins now, and they have it at this temple too. Salad sandwiches were a thing not to miss here, so trying it out.
Tastes like an egg salad sandwich.
It tastes like an egg salad sandwich. So unfortunately, there are currently no giant pandas at the zoo. They went back to China in February of this year, I think. And the English guide is also currently unavailable for downloads. So we are just gonna walk around, see what we find. It says there are polar bears and gorillas, so I'm sure there will be plenty of exciting things to see. Well, it is a little disappointing that there are no pandas here anymore, but the good news is that unlike the Singapore Zoo, there are no wild macaque monkeys running around that could potentially come grab you. So there's an upside. So much. I think they're so cool. I don't know if 70-degree weather is appropriate for them, probably not. But I do have, last year for Christmas, my mother-in-law got me this bracelet, and it tracks an actual polar bear. And I'll link it down below, but it's called Follow, F-A-H-L-O. And essentially it's an app that you can go on and track a tagged animal. There's tons of different kinds of animals that you can get, but mine's a polar bear. I love coming to zoos because I feel like it's neat to see animals that otherwise you would never see up like in person. But I'm also torn because I do think zoos are entrapment, and I don't think animals have nearly the room and the space and the environment and all of that that they have in wild. So I don't know, it's kind of one of those, you feel torn about coming, but they're here, so you might as well see it while you can. It's my last stop of the day just because I am running out of energy. I've come back to the Sensoji temple because after doing the fortune or like haiku verse over at the Meiji shrine, I decided no, I really want to do the fortune with the shake box again. So my husband is off at his meeting and I thought I'll just quickly come back and give that a try. fortune. Bad old things will turn into happiness. New hope appearing, and you will get treasures. You can find hope on the cloud in the sky. Just like dead trees bloom flowers, when spring comes, everything will be prosperous. Your wishes will be realized. Sick person will recover. Lost article will be found. The person you are waiting for will come. Building a new house and removal. Pretty happy. I cannot possibly do any more walking at all because I am exhausted. So what I thought I would do is give you a little rundown of some of the shopping that we have been doing, because it's Tuesday evening right now here in Japan, and that means we're about halfway. But we have been finding a lot of very fun things and lots of souvenirs for people at home who I am pretty sure don't watch this vlog. So I thought I will show you some of the goodies that we've been picking up as we've been exploring Tokyo. There's gonna be a little bit of a theme because I am a 90s child, and that means a lot of Pokemon. And I haven't gone to all of them yet, and I wanna go to more, but there are Pokemon centers, which are stores that are just full of Pokemon stuff. As I showed you a little while ago, there are no Game Boy games or anything, unfortunately, and they're almost all of them say they're sold out of Pokemon cards, but they have other fun Pokemon stuff, like a little tote bag that I picked up. Then, because I have nieces and nephews who are going through the Pokemon phase right now, because they're in that like 8 to 11 age range, I found some fun little like stuffed Pokemon. And then for me, because I'm an adult but I also love Pokemon, I got a little Mew. It was adorable. Loved that Pokemon 2000 movie, I think it was, with Mew and Mewtwo and all the like mutant Pokemon. Oh, so good. And then Uniqlo has had some special edition Pokemon shirts, and I wasn't aware of this until one of my husband's colleagues, who's also a good friend of ours, he told me if I wouldn't mind picking up some shirts for him. And I found some, and they are literally like to the Game Boy game old Pokemon shirts. I have one for me as well that I wore the other day that you will have seen. So we got him that one, and then we have the Pikachu also picked up because apparently we were having a mental breakdown. We got the Charizard as well. And then despite the fact that my sister is 5 years older than me, she also loves Pokemon, and her kids are the ones like going through it right now. So she can be very cool for her kids, and we got her the Charizard as well. And then that was going to be all the Pokemon stuff, but while I was out shopping today in Harajuku, there was a store called Kiddyland, K-I-D-D-Y Land, and I will link it down below. But I was so excited because not only did it have Pokemon stuff, it had Mario, Kirby, Tamagotchis, like everything that 90s kids love. So I went a little crazy. And first of all, the bag that they gave me is adorable. And then inside we have all the goodies. So my brother is 7 years older than me, and he was always kind of the model plane, model trains, like to build things growing up. So he gets the mini Lego Kumamoto Castle. I don't know, it's a tiny box, but it says it has 500 pieces. And then for him and his son, these little like toy packs, and there's a monster inside each of them. I just thought that would be fun because my brother loved the Godzilla movies. Then for my niece, who is also getting Charmander, I have one of these iron bead things. There's a little plastic mold, and you put all these little beads on in the shape of the character, and then you put plastic over it, I think, and iron it. So my sister has done these with my niece before, so that's why I picked these up. And then I also found for my nephew and my other brother Uno, but it's Mario Kart, which I thought was really fun. And then I'm not going to open this, but everywhere I go internationally, I pick my mom up a Pandora charm. So it is one of the little kitties, like the kitty cat, and the arm actually moves. So again, not going to open it because it's very pretty and packaged, but I did find a Pandora charm for my mom. Those are all souvenirs from the Meiji shrine that we went to earlier today. And my husband picked up, so I'm going to let him, I'm not going to share his stuff. But what I picked up for my sister, who's getting the Charizard shirt, she collects thimbles. So I also found her the little Lucky Cat thimble. I have picked up a few of these for her on my travels from Ireland and Germany, and I have no idea. I don't actually know if she still collects them. I just get them for her at this point, because at one point in her life, she did. And what I am most excited about, as you know, I collect the Starbucks mugs. And, well, I do already have the Japan mug because one of my husband's cousin's family, so my husband's cousin who lives here that we went to the picnic with earlier this week, his family had come to Japan and she very kindly picked up the Japan mug for me. So I got the only one that I didn't have from our trip, and that is the Tokyo mug. Most of the items on it, I feel like we've hit at this point. So it has like panda bears, which unfortunately at the zoo they didn't have the panda bears anymore, but I did go to the zoo. They've got the Starbucks Reserve Roastery, the big Shibuya Square Scramble or Scramble Square pedestrian intersection, and just lots of other fun things. And I'm very happy because today we even saw a Shiba Inu while we were walking to the shrine this morning. Very excited about that. I think I'm at 103, 104 mug count at this point. And then because we did go to the Reserve Roastery, I also got a mug from there because apparently I have no self-control whatsoever. I have this very pretty, there were a bunch of different colors that you could pick from, and I thought this light green was very pretty, but it's just a Tokyo mug with the little details and then Starbucks Reserve. One more little bag. So when we walked to the Sensoji, I might be pronouncing that wrong, the shrine the other day, there were all these little shops, as you saw, and we stopped at one, and my husband and I have started collecting magnets from everywhere that we go. So we have one that is the Shibuya Square, and then one that is the actual temple. And then just because I had, just on a whim, impulse buy, they had all these little tins, and they have inside just these crackers, which were on top of our little strawberry ice cream cones that we had. I usually don't do souvenirs when I travel, but I just know how much my nieces and nephews are loving Pokemon right now. So I had to, because if I was their age at this point and one of my aunts or uncles went to Tokyo, of course I would want them to bring me back the little stuffed animals. All right, it is about 6:45, 7 o'clock, and I have to get some school stuff done because even though I am on break from work, I do not have a break from school. So I'm going to do that for the next couple of hours. My husband is attending the Betty Boop dress rehearsal because opening night is tomorrow. So I will try to show you that if I can. Obviously I can't film during the performance, but leading up to it, all the fun stuff that we find to do. But we are having such a good time in Tokyo. I never thought I would get to come to Japan, so this has been so much fun, and I am absolutely loving it. It is a while later now, and never mind the absolute mess that has ensued in the vanity, but we're just getting ready to head to the Orb Theater, it's called?
Tokyo Orb.
The Tokyo Orb for the opening of Betty Boop here in Tokyo. So I just have on this red Brooks Brothers dress, got my hair up in the donut, and I got the red bottom shoes, and we gotta go. So Boop was amazing last night. We had such a good time. Then after, just got a little drink at the after theater bar restaurant right across from the Orb Theater. And then this morning we just wrapped up breakfast, and now we're going upstairs to the Rose Garden that the Hotel New Otani has. Not really sure what to expect, but they do weddings here, so I'm assuming it's pretty beautiful. One of the things that was advised to us was a must not miss while here in Tokyo is called Team Lab Borderless. And I might have mentioned it earlier this week because we accidentally went on the wrong day. So we are on our way back to where that exhibition is. And apparently it's like lights and moving art that go from room to room. And they say you can spend up to like 4 hours walking through everything. So there was an app to download on the phone. We've got the right day, and we're almost there. So Team Lab was very cool. It's a little trippy, and at times it felt like I was about to walk into the wall, but I think we both enjoyed it. But I wanted to show you that tower because in a few of the like knick-knack shops, we've both been commenting, why are we seeing the Eiffel Tower everywhere? Come to find out, this is Tokyo Tower. It's modeled after the Eiffel Tower, but I think it's a radio tower, some kind of communications tower. But now we know. We've come to this little food court, and we were commenting that we have drinks, and we have sides, and we have the main dishes, and it all comes to just over 4,000 yen, which is
$22 maybe? I don't know.
what, 20 something dollars? Yeah, $25 for all of it. It's amazing. They definitely kind of price gouge you at the hotel, but when you come out to like actual local places, you can get a pretty good meal and not actually pay that much.
So,
And it's called a chuhai.
shochu, which is the name of the alcohol.
Shochu?
Barley shochu. Carbonated water flavored with lemon.
Okay. So then what's the difference between the one that has the lemon in it?
Some variants use vodka, this is shochu.
So we have chicken katsu. We have, I think
Pork
this is
soup dumplings.
pork soup dumplings, kimchi, and what are those called?
Dandan.
Dandan noodles. Well, unfortunately, it is Friday, which means we are heading home today. And we just had a nice morning kind of walking around. We stopped at this really great breakfast spot called Mercer Brunch, which was incredible. We had some Japanese French toast, which is, it doesn't even taste, like French toast is not the correct word for it. It's like a fluffy, eggy, so good. Anyway, last night was very fun. We had the Betty Boop cocktail reception for the opening couple of nights, and we got to spend some time with the Fleischers and just have a nice evening out here in Tokyo before heading home. So we've got the room pretty well packed up, and now it's time to head downstairs, grab a cab, and get to the airport. After being in Tokyo for a few days, I told my husband while we were walking around, I'm very excited to be on the plane and just play Harvest Moon for hours and hours and hours. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this vlog, be sure to give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, do all the things, and I will see you very soon for another video.